What's up, y'all? It's your boy TyLoTheGentleman, and for all of y'all that want a piece of One Piece, welcome to Wano Piece. This week we are doing a recap of chapters 81 through 100. So yes, we have hit the 100 chapter mark. Only 800 more to go. The Marine Captain Nezumi had taken the 93 million beli that Nami had saved up to buy her land back. She realized that Arlong had double-crossed her. This made the townspeople want to fight. They were like, this was our only hope we had to get our land back. It didn't work, so now we have to fight. So they're ready to risk it all. Nami breaks down. She starts to cry because she was really counting on this. She found out that everybody knew about the plan and they were all counting on the plan, but they didn't want to put too much weight on her shoulders. That's why they never told her that they knew about the plan. She takes the Arlong Pirate Tattoo off her shoulder with a knife. When Nami breaks down, with tears full in her eyes, she asks Luffy for help. Luffy then tells the group, let's go. And it's mad cool. Like, he has his hat down like this. And you know when his hat's down like this, it's about to go down. He was like, let's go. So then all of them got up, all just like super cool, super bad, and just walked away, like headed towards Arlong Park. When they get to Arlong Park, Luffy punches the door down, walks straight up to Arlong, and punches him in his face. And that sets off the whole next scene. They call Momu, the big sea cow giant monster thing, they call Momu to help. And then Momu's kind of scared because he's already been whooped by Luffy and Sanji. Then Luffy grabs Momu, spins him around, takes out all the weak fishermen, and then just flings Momu out of there. So now they get rid of a giant sea monster and the majority of the fishmen. Hachi uses octopus ink that gets in Luffy's eyes. The reason Luffy can't move is because when he uses that attack to fling Momu, he gets his legs stuck in the ground. So then, after that, he gets the stuff in his eye. They use this as a moment to throw him to the bottom of the ocean. And this is where things really get intense because Luffy can't swim. So, first up, we have Luffy drowning, right? Luffy is currently underwater drowning. They're trying to decide what to do. Zoro's like, we have to beat these guys, then go save Luffy. There's no other way to do it. Because if they go in the water against the fishermen, it's over for them. So, first up, we have Zoro versus Hachi. Zoro wins. It's a tough battle, but we have the three sword style versus the 6 sword style. And the 3 sword style wins. After this, we have Sanji versus Karubi. So Karubi is a 40th degree Fishmen karate master, right? So he's very good at what he does. Very strong, very powerful. Him and Sanji end up fighting in the water. And Sanji actually, his kicks are reduced by half, and it honestly makes Karubi a lot more stronger to be in the water. But Sanji bites Karubi's gills and then kicks him through a wall for the win. We also had Usopp versus Chu because Chu uses that like water gun attack and Usopp uses his slingshot. Usopp ran and kept luring Chu farther and farther after him, and eventually he does beat Chu. He lights him on fire actually, which is pretty dope. So, Jinzu and Nojiko end up finding a way to save Luffy. They stretch his neck and bring it up above the water while one of them is underwater giving him like CPR compressions, like they're pushing on his chest. And eventually Luffy gets back up. So what happens is Sanji swims down and breaks the cement that's holding Luffy's feet and sets him free. So then we have Luffy versus Arlong, the fight we've all been waiting for. This is a very intense battle. Luffy tries numerous things. He breaks Arlong's teeth, but Arlong keeps bringing his teeth back. So eventually what happens is Luffy takes a pair of Arlong's teeth and uses them against Arlong, and eventually defeats Arlong with the Gum Gum Battle Axe. This was a very intense battle, but he used it to destroy the whole Arlong Park. He destroyed the whole little building they had set up. He started it off by destroying all the maps that Nami had made for them. And this kind of freed Nami's spirit, which she really needed because she felt tied to this place. Captain Nezumi, he enters at the end of the battle. Now, he's just kind of like, well, I'm a Marine and we'll take care of this. We've decided this is a victory and you guys are all pirates, blah, 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 blah. But they really don't have any of that. Zoro takes all of them out, teaches them a very, very valuable lesson. The only issue with taking down Captain Nezumi afterwards is Captain Nezumi, when he escapes, he goes and tells them to put a bounty on Luffy's head. And they say, when they put this bounty on Luffy's head, they decide his bounty based on the pirates he's defeated. So he's defeated Don Krieg, the ruler of East Blue, the strongest pirate in East Blue. He defeats Arlong, the strongest fisherman pirate in East Blue. And he also defeated Captain Buggy. So all three of them were wanted. And so since he beat all of them, they decided that the best thing to do was put 30 million beli on Luffy's head. So now Luffy really is a pirate, whether he wants to or was ready for it or not. As they leave the village, Nami leaves the 93 million beli with the townspeople to help them rebuild. But she takes everybody's wallets on the way out, so that's pretty funny. Nami also replaced her tattoo with the pinwheel from Jinzu's head, which actually the story behind that is the reason he wore a pinwheel on his head is because Nami wouldn't respond to anything except that. So every time she saw the pinwheel, she would smile when she was younger. And then it's a pinwheel and an orange tattoo. That's what she replaced her Arlong Pirate Tattoo with. And so now it's a dope tattoo with a lot of meaning. It reminds her of her mom and Jinzu. Our heroes travel to Loguetown. Loguetown is the place where Pirate King Roger was born and also the place where he was executed. This is why it's known as the beginning and the end. It was the beginning of Pirate King Roger and the end of Pirate King Roger. There's a brief scene where Hawkeye's Mihawk comes up to an island and he meets up with red-haired Shanks. And he tells Shanks, Luffy is a pirate now. And this is a cause for celebration, so they all celebrate on this island. Zoro runs into a swordsman or swordswoman that looks a lot like Kuina. She actually turns out to be Sergeant Major Tashigi, and she's in the Marines, but he doesn't know she's in the Marines yet. She knows a lot about swords, and she teaches Zoro even more about the swords than he knew. Zoro's sword is called the Wado Ichimonji. It is one of 21 great swords. There are also 50 skillful swords and 12 supreme great swords. At the sword shop they're in, Sergeant Major Tashigi helps Zoro find a sword called the Sandai Kitetsu. The owner of the store gives Zoro both swords for free. The other sword is the Yubashiri, which is one of the 50 skillful swords. He does this because he realizes how great of a swordsman that Zoro is. Oh, one thing I've been kind of looking at but not really saying anything about is there are these short comics at the beginning of the manga. So every time you open it, there's a short comic right after it tells you what chapter or just before it tells you the chapter, or it might do both at the same time. So what we notice is Buggy has got all his parts back. Buggy found all his parts, he went on a whole travel, and he joined up with this lady who appears to be Iron Mace Alvida. We find out later that she's Iron Mace Alvida. We'll get to that in a second. But he joins up with her, and they're both searching for Luffy. So when they're in Loguetown, they find Luffy. Iron Mace Alvida is beautiful now. She lost a lot of weight because she got a devil's fruit, and it basically makes her skin so smooth, right? That's the goal of it. So things can't hit her, stuff can't touch her because her skin is too smooth. Now, she is in love with Luffy because Luffy is the first man to ever stand up to her, so that kind of makes her want him, and she won't stop at anything to have him. But she doesn't want Luffy if Buggy can beat him. So Buggy is trying to execute Luffy on the same stand that Pirate King Roger was on. So Luffy is there, and they're about to kill Luffy, and a lightning strikes. Lightning strikes and hits Buggy's sword, shocks Buggy, and it helps break Luffy free. That's the end of chapters 81 through 100. But at the other short comics that I want to point out is Coby's in the Marines working very, very hard. He works alongside Axe Hand Morgan's son. So eventually we see Axe Hand Morgan, and Axe Hand Morgan is getting ready to be executed, and he breaks free and takes his son hostage. Now, where we leave off with that is Coby stopping them from firing cannons at the ship where Axe Hand Morgan and his son are. He doesn't want them to blow up the ship because he cares about Axe Hand Morgan's son now, which is kind of weird, seeing as that guy was trying to kill him a while back. Alright, so that was chapters 81 through 100. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite part of these 20 chapters were. Thank you for your time. Peace.